So if you want to be in this industry, or probably you have already started your career as a VLSI engineer, this video gonna set your expectation correctly. So don't miss this video and let's get started. So for last 3 years, actually more than 3 years, I'm working on semiconductor industry, and in this video I'm gonna share all of my experience, and also I have many of my friends who are working on product-based, service-based. I have talked with them so that I can also include their own experience. So for the new people, myself Rajdeep, and I'm working as a VLSI industry here in Bangalore, and I keep on making video around VLSI industry. So let's start with my own story. So I have started as a VLSI engineer back in 2021 when we were in COVID era. So I joined as a remote for sure. But when I started working as a VLSI engineer, previously I have a few corporate experience. I know how corporate work actually, but I don't knew that how a product-based company work or how a core VLSI company do work. So initially, I need to go through a lot of learning. Trust me, anything you are learning now, like in your BTech or probably in your MTech, those needed in corporate. But in corporate, we have a separate kind of way, you can say. For example, their flow would be different. So what does flow means? Like there would be few new tools they are using. Probably in your BTech, in your MTech, you are using some other tools. Now you wanna use some different tools. The concepts are same, whichever things you have learned in your BTech or MTech, especially MTech. BTech, I won't say, because if you are just starting your job after BTech, then you need to learn a little more things, little more depth into electronics. But after if you MTech, you are joining, then for sure the things you have learned you can use directly. But yeah, tools, environment, Linux environment mostly, because in general people are not so much comfortable with Linux environment. And anytime you join a corporate, probably a big company, then there will be a lot of environment repair, something is calling that, something is calling that. And to apply your knowledge, first of all, you need to know about the environment, right? Or how things are going. So when I was starting, it was a huge task. You can say it's a steep learning curve that time. And because I was learning for the first time, something new, it was overwhelming. And probably it was tough because I was learning anything remote, like learning with your mentor available physically, and they are available in Teams call, both are different. And really on those 6 months, I was in big trouble, you can say. I was thinking, hey, is this my cup of tea or not? I was kind of thinking like that. But the very good thing is that anytime you are struggling, so I was struggling for those 6 months, I was solving a lot of bugs there. Bugs means errors. I was solving lots of errors. And as a fresher, newcomer, anytime you are starting any flow, any things, you just pray to God that, hey, please don't throw me any error. Let it be go without any error. But trust me, actually on those 6 months, I was facing a lot of error. That is in general, right? And because I faced a lot of error, I still remember, I'm cutting the things, I still remember there was a trace LVS error. When I started, LVS error was there, right? And I spent my weekend, because I was just learning that time, right? So any error is there, and if that error I can't solve, I take it personally. Hey, I want to solve you, and after that I'll enjoy. So after Friday night, Friday evening, still the error was there. So I thought, I was nothing to do in weekends, so I thought, let tackle this error. And that could be the turning point in my VLSI industry, you can say, because that problem was so hard, right, that I took 2 whole day to solve that one trace LVS error, one LVS error. It was a short, if I remember correctly, or something missing pin or something. But yeah, it took me 2 days, 48 hours completely. When I was struggling, it was bad. But on Monday, I was very happy because I knew that, hey, I have solved a very big problem. Now all other problems are looking very small to me. And in this 3-year journey, actually more than 3 years in VLSI industry, I got opportunity to learn the things from scratch 2 times, because I have changed my domain. In the beginning, when I joined my company, that time I started as a physical design integration engineer, okay, and currently I am as a physical design. Also, I was initially I was working a lot of time in the automation creation. Like I used to make a lot of automation scripts which can automate your custom layout, right? And for that you have a learning curve for sure. And after that, if you go to a physical design arena, there you have a lot of learning curve. Again, those learning curve probably you have already completed in your MTech. Like for physical design, roughly you can say you need STA, you need all the knowledge of RTL to DDS flow. Probably you have gone through. If you not, then also it's okay. But I'm saying the flow, the tools would be different there, right? Anytime you are coming to industry. So when I switch my domain, that time again I started from scratch. But remember, when I started initially, those 6 months was very hunting to me, right? But when I got the second time the opportunity to learn something from scratch again, that time I was confident. Why? Because I knew that, hey, I have the quality. I knew that, hey, sometimes I face the same error or same problem, and I came up as a winner. So this time also I can come up as a winner. So therefore that experience mattered actually. And therefore the main conclusion of this story is that in industry, anytime you come, there would be lot of errors, lot of bugs. You might ask God that, hey, don't give me error, but trust me, the more the error you face, the more the debugging you do, the more quickly you become confident, you feel comfortable, and actually the more quickly you get the experience. And according to me, a fresh guy after MTech or BTech and a 5-year senior engineer, the difference between these two guys are mostly their ability to solve the error, or you can say debug, how they can quickly debug, right? So therefore, the more the error you solve, the more the debugging skill you develop during the initial days, they will make you, like, more the error you solve, you will be in the experience tier, you'll go there very quickly. So never ask to God that, hey, please don't throw me error. Actually, you ask God, hey, please throw me new error every time. Please throw me 5 to 10 error every day so that I can quickly know all the errors. And from my own experience, after you struggle with 1 month, 2 months with any work, then after that, mostly all the error you already knew. You already have solved a few days before, right? So those error you can solve easily. Sometimes new error will come, then again your learning curve will go. And actually many times I have said that, hey, anytime you get an error, just remember what error statement is. That is very important, because then only in future, if you get the same error, you know that, hey, that error I have faced already and I know how to solve it. Again, don't mug it up. Don't write down anywhere. It's okay. Just see it once, you read it, that error, and then find out the solution and solve it. And if it is a little tricky, then probably you can make a notes of it so that in future, if you get it, you know how to solve that particular error. And actually, when you keep on solving error and debug 1, 2, 3 years probably, then you develop an intuition behind every error. Then you can actually solve. I don't know how it came, it is scientific or not, but yeah, probably sometime I also feel the same way after 3 years of experience, that, hey, I knew that, hey, like you will have a lot of big log file, probably thousands, 10,000s of lines, but you know exactly where to look down. And probably that is the intuition you keep on getting anytime you keep on solving more of error. So the main thing is that solving error is must. Debugging is the main experience, or you can say skill you need to be in this industry. And good thing is that it is same as your life also. In life, if you keep on facing your problem, keep on solving your problem, then after some time, most of the problem are same. You have already seen them, you can easily tackle them. Sometime new problem came, again you thanks to God that, hey, I have a new problem, you are giving me experience. And likewise, as your work will become simpler in life also, if you don't hate or don't afraid of problem, your life will be also simpler. Okay, lots of gyan. Now next point. So now next point is very important. Anytime you are in VLSI industry is huge. There are a lot of things are going on in front-end RTL design till the time you do tape out, right? After tape out, there is validation. There are a lot of things, okay? And as an engineer, you can't do everything, right? You do a very small portion of the work. You use a very small portion of your knowledge, anything you have learned during your academics. And that is a con. And that is a con of any industry, not in the VLSI industry, but that is a problem of any industry, right? And therefore, you tend to forget all other things. For example, let's take my example. During initial days, I was writing a lot of scripts, and those scripts are manipulating the layout without introducing new DRs. If I keep on writing those scripts only for next 10 years, do you feel that I still remember what the STA concept is? Or what's the digital IC design concepts are? No. Likewise, there are many engineers I have seen, senior engineer, 10 year, 4 year, 8 year. They are just doing their part, and mostly they forgot to explore the other part of the VLSI industry. Yeah, they are getting huge amount of money. I'll go there later, what's the salary expectation and what you can get. But the thing is that we are in the VLSI, I'm you because of love of electronics, love of making circuits, right? And if you tend to do only one type of work, okay, then you might lose this interest and the job will become just a job, which I hate actually. I don't want to make my job as a job. Actually, ideally what I want, and that is I want my salary should be a byproduct. Trust me, that is coming from my heart. I want my salary should be a byproduct, but I want all the satisfaction or everything should come from my work. That is my goal. And to go there, you need to be in switching mode always. Why I am saying switching, I hope you know, switching means you are switching from one component to other. So anytime you are switching mode, you are preparing for a like switch, that time anytime you go to any interview, so that time in the interview they ask from level 0 to till the level you are, right? For example, a simple example, hey, you are solving LVS, lot of time you are solving LVS, right? Short you are solving, opens you are solving, and many things. Tell me what's the input of that LVS. In the environment, some tools are looking for LVS, right? You need to give some input. Then only that LVS will go run, right? Many people will stumble. They will face, hey, I was solving LVS for 3 years, but I never look into this aspect. What are the inputs? Right? So these are just examples, small example. So likewise, if you are in switching mode, I'm not telling you that, hey, you need to jump from one component to other, but I'm telling you, anytime you are doing any work, probably you will be in that company for your lifetime, but still ask yourself that, hey, how this is running. It is tough. Sometimes you would be in a hurry to be with your deadline. I know, its excuse is good, but anytime you have some time, probably that time just try to find out why things are going on, okay? And actually, anytime you go for interview, that time you realize that how from above you are working. Actually, you are not going into the depth of that subject, and they will ask in anytime you go for a interview, like after you get some experience for the switching, that time they tend to ask lot of questions which are in depth, which are not required to know by you to complete your task, but still they will ask. So therefore, if you be in a switching mode always, for sure it will help you to get more interest in your work, because you will know what you are doing. You will really be an engineer, not just a tool, not just a human who are just running few tools and it is giving you result, right? Also, if you don't like your current job, you can easily switch, right? And coming to that, our next point is that, just a reminder, you have still not liked this video, so please like this video. It will take only a few seconds. See, anytime you start as a newcomer, that time if you find that this domain on this profile, probably you started your job as a physical design, for example, right? And you find out that, hey, this is not my cup of tea, or this is where I'm not getting any satisfaction, then for sure you need to explore more that what are the things might give me satisfaction, right? But the thing is that if you make your mind that, hey, I want to switch my domain, right? You are not satisfied with your domain or the job profile you have got, then positively do it inside 1 year. Why? Because if you just go beyond 1 year, 2 year, 3 year of experience, and for example, you want to change from backend, like physical design or analog layout design, to something like RTL design or verification in the front end, right? Then those 2 year, 3 year experience will be not null and void, but mostly they won't be considering you. They will again say you that you are starting as a fresher, so you'll get a salary. You need to negotiate like that. So therefore, if you are sure that, hey, I want to change my profile, and 1 year is a good time to know that this profile is for me or not, and if you have the switching mind, I have said, right, last point, then you would be knowing throw out about at least your profile, right? And also, we are all fortunate, our friend would be also working on some different domain. You can keep on meeting with them, you can keep on asking them what they are doing, and 1 year is very big time to know that this profile is not for me, okay? So if you want to switch it within 1 year. Now, if you got a profile, for example, physical design, I'm taking only physical design example because I'm working here, okay? So if you have taken physical design, if you luckily you got physical design only, you know this profile is wonderful. But anyhow, whenever you are starting your job, you haven't got any good company. For example, you got a service-based company. It is always good to start with a service-based company. If you haven't cracked a product-based company, then taking a drop. In service-based, there are a lot of concerns there, like salary would be less, work pressure would be more. I'll go there a little later. But yeah, if you started, you got a domain which you want, but you don't like the company, you don't like the manager or team, then still try to be there for at least 2 years, because 2 years again a good amount of time when you can get the, like, you can say I'm not a fresher after 2 years, roughly speaking. Again, things are depend on how you have taken all the knowledge. So don't switch before two years at least if your domain is perfectly fine with you. Now talk about the elephant in the room, and that is work-life balance. I have a very different perspective of this, and that is, as name suggests, it is work-life balance. So both need to be in balance, and trust me, if you have a lot of life imply your work is very less, then also you won't be satisfied. So this term actually very important, work-life balance. It depends on the individual. For few, working for 12 hours, it's work-life balance. For few, working for 4 hours is work-life balance. But the most general thing is that whenever you are starting, and probably you are bachelor, then please work a bit more. I'm not saying that work a bit more for your company, for your employer, so that they can get more profit out of you, but it will actually help you, trust me. And if you want to grow faster, right, not in terms of salary, but at least in terms of your experience, at least in terms of your skill set, right, then if you work a bit more than other, okay. And again, I am not saying, or I am not advocating that hey, you become a workaholic. Life is very important, but still when you are bachelor, you have a lot of time. Then wasting your time every day to going to pub or other places, please build yourself. You feel that you are the CEO of your own life. So if you are a CEO of a startup, just imagine how much work you need to do. And you can put the extra effort and also be happy only if you like the work. And I'm assuming you are seeing my video because you know, like you want to be a VLSI engineer, you love VLSI engineering, right? So till the time you are away from your home, you don't have a family with you staying in your work city, please do a little more work to build your own startup. Your startup is your own self, right? So for first 2-3 years, actually still now, I'm trying to go a little beyond me, because as I said, more error you solve, the more experience you get. And how you'll get more error than your peers? By working a little more. But don't be a workaholic, everything need to be balanced. But again, don't go like, hey, the usual definition of work-life balance, that hey, after evening, like after 5 o'clock is done. In weekend, there should not be any laptop or nothing. Yeah, if that is giving you satisfaction, you can do it. But if you want to learn VLSI quickly then work-life balance, you need to change your definition. Now in corporate, this is in general for any corporate area, you might see there are few people who speak really well, who really find themselves, they can articulate themselves very well, okay. Same work has been given to two people. One people can present this wonderfully. He can or she can tell, like, you can understand my feeling. I am also unable to articulate myself perfectly fine. But yeah, communication is one part of that. But the main point is that yes, you need to do show off. Show off might be a negative word, but the context is that you need to show the people what you are working on, right? For example, you face some difficulty. You just say that, hey, somebody asks you, hey, this problem is done or not, and you said, no, I haven't done it, and you have stopped. Then this won't tell them how much hard work you have put in to do that work, right? So therefore, you need to be a little articulate. You need to tell them that, hey, I went there, I found this difficulty, I flagged this, I flagged that. Therefore, you can be accountable of your time spent. Also in corporate, there are a lot of things you need to learn, like your personality, how you walk, body language. Those things are add-on. Again, the main thing is your skill, right? Skill is the main things, but the things I am talking to you now, those communication and other things, they are like icing, or you can say cream above your cake. Cake is your skill set, right? So if your skills are right, then you can spend some time to learn talking, or you can say learn showing off. For that you can follow, there are a lot of things are there, like you can follow TED Talks talk, or you can join some clubs where, for example, Toastmaster, I think, to learn English. My English is not good always, but how I compensate the deficiency of my English is that with my body language. I'm still learning, but I think I am in a position where I can actually compensate the lack of English knowledge, or you can say English talking, with my body language. So you need to compensate, and that is important in corporate life if you want to grow a little faster. Again, skill need to be there, and then only you can go a little faster. So first of all, keep all other points, and then if you have some time, spend some time to develop yourself, your soft skills. So from my own experience, I can say that one thing you need to be sure, and that is never ever get emotionally attached to your company. I know you might say that, hey, I want to be loyal to my company. Be loyal to your girlfriend or boyfriend. Okay, jokes apart. But yeah, being loyal to your company means anytime you are in that position, you are holding a position in that company, that time you do everything and anything which are in your control or for which you are getting paid for. Do that. Do loyal 100%. That is perfectly fine. But just remember, like many friends I have seen who are really emotionally attached to their managers, they are not getting paid well, but they think that, hey, if I put my paper, my manager won't feel good, or my manager might be in trouble because I am a very good resource in my team. But you need to remember, everything is business here. Nobody open head trust here and doing some service, right? Anytime your manager, your company find that you are not making enough profit, they won't be loyal to you. That is the hard truth of corporate life or private job, you can say. So therefore, don't be in this trap, and always put yourself the most priority. Yourself means you, your family. You might have seen that quote, that is, anytime if you are dead, then in next 48 hours your manager will put vacancy advertisement, but your family won't get you, right? So therefore, I'm saying, don't get emotionally attached. Concentrate on you. Try to get the salary which you deserve. Now the good question, and that is, how should I know how much I deserve, right? There might be many tools might be there, Glassdoor, there are many open, LinkedIn, there are many things are there where you can see salary inside. But the one very easiest way, and that is, you have your friends, right? Your classmates. Those are also probably, if you are lucky, they are also working on VLSI industry, right? You also know where you stand compared to them. Ask them about how much they are earning, because they also started in the same time, right? And in VLSI industry, I have seen initial days, the salary won't depend on your profile. Any profile you take, you will get the same salary only. Yeah, company wise they differ, and also if it is service based, then it is different than the product based. There are a lot of differences are there. But yeah, if your friends and you are working on same type of company, then don't think of domain, but just ask them how much they are earning, and then you can get a benchmark, right? If you are average compared to your friend, then are you getting that average pay or not, right? If not, then probably it's time to think of switching, right? Also, before switching, there are another aspect, and that is, you need to ask your friend how much they are learning, right? Again, you can get an idea how much they are learning by asking them, because if you ask them any questions, and if they don't go very deep, or yeah, I think you got the idea, right? And then compare with yourself how much you are learning, right? So if you are learning more, getting a little less paid, then this job is perfect for you. You can stay here for a few more years till the time you get saturated. But if learning is not there and salary is also not there, then probably is the perfect time to get a switch. I have seen many people who started with service-based company and now they are doing great in product-based company. Anytime you start with service-based company, there will be bond for sure, 3 year, 4 year, and don't afraid of that bond. Okay, just be sure that anytime you are taking that bond, okay, for that particular job, the profile need to be good, right? There are many profile. Probably I'll make one video on VLSI profile. If you all give likes to this video, or in the comment if you say, then yes, I'll make a in-depth video of VLSI profile. So there are many VLSI profiles which are intermediate, or you can say they're not so popular. So if you are being into that kind of profile which is not so popular, and you are signing a bond with a service-based company for 3 or 4 years, Then after 4 years is done. 4 years is very little time to learn anything, right? So don't worry about bond. But after 4 years, you can't change your domain mostly. If you change, then there will be salary cut or something else, right? So therefore, if you're going for a service-based company, if you make into product-based, great, but else, if you are need to go with a service-based, then go with some popular domain. Now, what are popular profile? And those are like RTL design, verification, physical design, or analog layout design. Those are there are only few. You might comment down more which are very common on where you can see more of the vacancies. Also, yeah, you can search LinkedIn or other places where VLSI job are getting posted, and you can see which type of jobs are posted more there, right? And then you can take such kind of jobs so that after 4 years you become expert in that that particular profile, and you can easily switch to the product based. Again, there might be a question that, hey, you are truly a money minded people. You can say to me that, hey, you are saying that in which profile there are a lot of switching opportunity, and then only you choose that particular domain. Trust me, if you go in domain versus money, or like VLSI job profile versus money, the main motivation you can get actually, because see, any good profile you take, any good profile, for example, RTL design, the best profile, according to me, I find it. Yeah, after a few years, you will get bored with that domain because you are doing mostly same work. Few new things are coming up, but mostly you are doing the same thing for last 5-4 years. You will get bored there, right? Salary also, if you are earning a lot, few months it is exciting. After that, it's just a salary. If you don't get a 15% rise on that salary, you will become again sad, right? After you get 15 or 20%, again after a few months, this become your next normal zone, right? So these things are actually like that only. So therefore, choosing between domain and money, this doesn't make any sense. The things which make sense, and that is any profile which have lot of opportunity. Yeah, there are special cases are there. Few people are very much inclined to physical design, or few are very much inclined to RTL design or verification. That is another case. But if you are not sure, then don't go for what to take, what to not. Just go with some popular domain. If you're going for a service-based company, go take a popular domain. Try to be expert on that. And trust me, if you find out in-depth knowledge of that particular domain, how things are going, anytime I'm getting my job here, what happened before and what will be happening after that, you will get the interest. And I think as a VLSI engineer, as a lover boy of electronics, we all need to be a full stack VLSI engineer. That is a huge thing. You can't be, but at least you should have all the knowledge of all the domain, and that is the way. Actually, my aim or future goal, you can say, in 5 years, I want to be that guy who know some, like, who are expert in some places and also knew other things also, like front end also, because I'm working in back end, so front end I have really less knowledge, but I want to be that guy. So now again, if you come to my story and if you tell me as a small brother or sister that, hey, bhaiya, what's your experience in VLSI industry? I can say that anytime we are in college, we have a lot of expectation, and for sure currently those expectations are not met, and that those are not possible also, because in anytime you are doing your MTech or anything, that time you are working on a lot of things actually. Probably you are working as a full stack VLSI engineer there. You are writing RTL code, or you are organizing your schematics. Till the time you are getting your layout. So there are a lot of things, lot of knowledge and lot of interest things. But anytime you come to industry, as for me, this is not satisfactory at all. If you have the benchmark of your college, but if you know the things, if you expect the thing that, hey, I know after coming to industry, that is the part, only small part of the knowledge I gonna be using, then I can say my current profile is satisfactory. I'm finding peace here. And the best way to identify if you are satisfied with your job or not, and that is, in a year you have 52 Monday, right? 52 blue Monday you have. And on those 52 blue Monday, if at least 10 to 20% of Mondays you want to go to your work, then the profile and the company and the team both are very good for you, right? Only 20 to 25% are enough. Other day, those will Monday blue only because it's corporate. And this actually reminds me another point, and that is, in VLSI industry, there would be lot of boring things. And this is not unique to VLSI industry. Like somebody asked to one of very famous footballer. Question I forgot, but the main essence of that, and that is, in whole 90 minutes of game for a footballer, they touch the football or they kick the football only for few minutes, and all other time, like 90% of the time, they are just roaming around the whole football ground. Same wise in VLSI industry, in any industry, there would be not 90%, I can say, but 70 to 80% work would be boring, would be monotonous. But those work need to be done. Like in football, you need to run around, then only you'll get that ball. Or in our industry, I can say you'll get that opportunity, particular opportunity, which will ignite your interest. So therefore I said, if 20% of the Monday, blue Monday, out of 52 Monday, you find to go to work, then that is such satisfactory job. More than that, wonderful. And yes, I'm getting a lot of time to talk with you like this, doing my other work. I also been to meditations, yoga, so those also adding to my time, and I'll really recommend you also try to explore those part of life, spiritual part of your life, at least yoga. Gyms is very important, gyms is very good, but gym won't develop your mind, your thinking skills. Yoga and meditations are my priority. After that, if I get time, I go to gym, but those actually help me to think clearly. And anytime you think clearly, the work you do, you can do very effectively, and then the extra time you can use for your hobby. And likewise, I said, any job you are doing for years, it will become boring. Then the things which will give you satisfaction, and that is you are getting some time out of your work to do your hobby. Like this is my hobby, you can say. So therefore, to get the satisfaction, I would say, yeah, spiritual part of your life, or in simple word, yoga and meditations, 20 minutes a day, every day, without stopping, need to be there to find a satisfaction in VLSI industry. Otherwise, you would be running around for promotions, for rise, for traffic, for everything. And like, what I can say, your life would be very dry. Trust me, trust me. Anytime you are MTech, you are thinking that, hey, anytime I get a job, 6-figure salary, then it would be great. Any people is in service-based company, they are thinking of, hey, anytime I'll be in product-based company, then I'll be happy. Product-based company guy thinking of when I'll be manager. So these things will go on. This is natural. There is no harm. But anytime you're running, and that time if your mind is in peace, your mind have some hobby or time to do some hobby, then only you'll find actual, I can say, satisfaction. And if you're satisfied and then you are working, then your work become more perfect. And the more perfect work become, your growth will also accelerate. So it's win-win. So try to spend from now only, if you are in your industry, then now only 20 minutes for yoga and meditation. Try to learn those. If you want, I can make some video about what I follow or something like this. You can comment down, and for sure I'll do that. And lastly, there is another thing which will give you satisfaction, and I have actually mentioned, and that is learning. You need to keep on learning. You need to commit your life, full life, for learning purposes only. Anything you can learn. You can learn guitar or anything, but there need to be a commitment. You might have some feeling. I know I have that feeling sometimes. That is, hey, I have a job, I have worked for 8 hours. After that, it is time to lay down in bed and see Netflix or anything, or talk with my friends. You might have. That is a good feeling. That is all correct. But you need to know that life runs on commitment, right? Feeling will change. Today you are sad, tomorrow you would be happy, and I don't know what will happen next day. But if you are committed, then consistency will be there. I'm not yet perfect. I'm also sometimes play with my feeling, but I'm telling to you so that I can reconfirm myself that, hey, I need to spend my life with commitment, because only the commitment which will make your life more satisfaction. You can do any job, but if you're committed to something and you are doing it consistently, then happiness need to be there. And trust me, the whole purpose of our life is to get happiness. So with all of these things, just remember, life is beautiful and you'll get the best thing what is deserved by you. Till then, tata, bye-bye. So I will be very much active in 2025. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe. You can comment down all the topic you want to see in this next year fully. And also you can like this video.